Good morning, boys and girls. Today is Monday, February 1st, 2021. And today we're going to be working on lesson 17, still in module 5. Can you believe that the month of January is over and we're starting a new month? Wow, it went really fast. Let's just review our goals. Remember, our big goal is to score a 100 in our annual module, mid-module, and topic quizzes. Our daily goal is to score an 85 when we're working in class. You need no materials for the video, and you will need a Peer Deck link for the live class, and your homework will be completed in a Peer Deck link as well, boys and girls. Okay, what are the important concepts that we need to learn for today's lesson? We're still learning the same thing, subtraction. We know that hundreds, tens, and one are the names of the place value units. We've really been focusing on finding the difference, and that's what you do when you subtract. To find the difference between the two numbers, it's called the difference, that answer. Remembered? Decompose is the same thing as unbundle, which is to break one larger unit into 10 smaller units. And vertically, boys and girls. And I put a perfect example of, in this subtraction problem, the bigger numbers on the bottom, so you go next door and you ask them for 10 more. So look at how I rewrote the new number. So it's critical that you do this. This is what we've been missing when we do the subtraction problem, boys and girls. And this is what we're targeting on. So it's the same key points for subtraction. You write the problem vertically, and this is what it means. The number top to bottom. And remember, when we subtract, we subtract top to bottom, top to bottom. And if our number is bigger on the bottom, we go next door and ask for 10 more. Key point number 2, we model the whole. Then we subtract the ones, and if you don't have enough, you unbundle. After you subtract the ones, you subtract the tens. If you don't have enough, you unbundle. And then key point number 5, you subtract the hundreds, boys and girls. After we subtract, we check our answer to make sure our subtraction problem is correct, and we check our answer by doing the inverse operation. Since we're subtracting, to check that we get the answer right, we check by adding. So let's start. What is our learning goal? So by the end of the lesson, you're going to be able to subtract from multiples of 100 and from numbers with 0 in the tens place. Okay, boys and girls, let's look at this number. It says 500 minus 213. So, let's go over the key points. The key point, and the first one is write the problem vertically and label the units. And that's exactly what I already did, boys and girls. We just have to label the units. Okay, so we are going to be able to use this chip model. So when you are done writing the problem vertically, you have to model the whole. Well, let's look at the number. Which number is the whole? Yes, 500. That tells me, boys and girls, that I have 0 ones, 0 tens, and 500. 100, 200, 300, 400, and 500. I'm done modeling the whole, boys and girls. Now, are we ready to subtract now? No, there are no tens and no ones, so we have to unbundle 100. We need to rename 100 as 10 tens, then cross out 110 and rename it as 10 ones. Okay? So look what I am going to do. I am going to cross out 100 and give 10 tens, 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens, 4 tens, 5 tens, and I stop here because we're doing in the 5 group column. 6 tens, 7 tens, 8 tens, 9 tens, 10 tens. But I cross out 1 10 and I change it for 10 ones. 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens, 4 tens, 5 tens. I'm sorry. Oh, Miss Bocanan has been counting it right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. These are 10 ones. It's in the ones place. Oh my goodness. So let's count aloud to rename 500 to rename 100 as 9 tens. Here we go. And let's see if all these makes 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Now let's count the ones. 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Boys and girls, so 9 tens and 10 ones is the same thing as 100. So, what number is 9 tens? Yes, 90. And 10 ones? Yes, 10. So 90 plus 10 is 100. So we can rename 100 as 9 10 and 10 ones. Okay, boys and girls. Here's the important part. Are we ready to subtract now? If you said yes, you're partially right. We cannot subtract, boys and girls, if we do not rename the vertical form, because I don't have 500. Look at this. I have 1, 2, 3, 400. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tens. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ones. There you go, boys and girls. Am I ready to subtract now? Yes, you are. So let's subtract the ones. It says 10 ones minus 3 ones. I'm going to take away 3. 1, 2, 3. That means that I end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I end up with 7 ones. So that means I put that 7 after the equal sign. This line means equals. Now let's subtract the tens. 9 tens minus 1 10. What's the answer? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, the answer is 8 tens. So I have 8 tens. I'm going to put it after the equal lines. Then I subtract the 100. 400 minus 200. I end up with 200. So I put that 2 after the equals. So we're ready to check our work. Okay, boys and girls? So remember, when we check our work, we start bottom up. We start with the answer and then the next number. Let's see if we get it right. 287 plus 213. When I add, I always start at the ones. What's 7 plus 3? Yes, 10. The 0 goes in the ones place and the 1 goes in the tens place. 1 plus 8 is 9. Plus 1 is 10. So a 0 goes in the tens and the 1 goes in the hundreds. 1 plus 2 is 3. plus 2 is 5. Wow! Yes, boys and girls, I ended up with 500. So kiss your brain. We got this answer correct. Okay, boys and girls, we already did key point number 1, which is write the problem vertically. Good job. So let's see if you remember key point number 2. Model the whole. And here's what we should have. Only 900, boys and girls. 4, 5. I stop in the 5-row column. 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, key point number 3 says subtract the ones. Can we subtract ones, boys and girls? No. Who remembers what I just taught you? We can rename that. 100 is the same thing as 9 tens and 10 ones. Do it. I already did it, and this is what we should have. Am I ready to subtract now? Oh, I heard some of you said yes, and some of you said no. If you said no, kiss your brain. What are you supposed to do before you subtract, boys and girls? Yes, a vertical form has to match, and I don't have 9 ones. I have 9 hundreds. I have 8 hundreds. I don't have 0 tens. I have 9 tens. And I don't have 0 ones. I have 10 ones. So let's subtract. I start with 10, and I'm going to take away 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. How many did I end up with? 1, 2, 3, 4. The answer goes at the bottom of the equals. Now I start with 9 tens, and I'm going to take away 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Look, I ended up with 2. The ones you end up with goes after the equal sign. I start with 800s, and I'm going to take away 500. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I ended up with 3, boys and girls. So our answer, our difference is 324. Remember that it's also when you're adding, there are parts. So let's check our work. That means I start with this number and I add up. 324 plus, because I'm checking the answer, I'm going to check with the inverse operation, 576. When I add, I start at the ones. 4 plus 6 is 10. A 0 goes in the ones place. The 1 goes in the tens. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 7 is 10. The 0 goes here, and the 1 goes in the hundreds. 1 plus 3 is 4. Plus 5 is 9. Yay! That means your difference is correct because when we added the two parts, we ended up with whole, the number that we started with. Great job solving these problems. Don't forget, your vertical form needs to match your place value before you subtract. That's what we're checking on today. We'll continue working on problems like this in our life class. I'll see you later. Bye.